So tonight, we're here for three main reasons. The first is that the rise and importance of social media is inevitable. It's everywhere. And at this stage in your career, if you're involved in any type of marketing or sales activity and you're ignoring social media, you're making a huge mistake. But more importantly, if you work for a business, they have to be engaged in some sort of sales or marketing activity, and it's increasingly important for you to understand what's going on and how you can be an asset to that organization. The second piece is that traditional networking is highly relevant and still extremely effective. I'm not somebody who's going to come here today and tell everyone how you need to get online and ignore knocking on doors and going to face-to-face meetings and getting to organizations. I mean, what are we doing tonight? We're all in a room here together because there is an extreme amount of value associated with in-person networking, but there's things that we can do online to really make the best of both worlds, which is really what point 3 is all about. How can you exist in this social media space while also leveraging what you're doing in person to maximize your effect on your network? So by a show of hands, how many people are here tonight because you've heard about this event through some form of digital communication? Okay, it looks like half the room. How many people found out about this in person? Okay, the other half of the room. So there's very clearly a benefit to working both sides of the equation here, and that's what we're going to focus about tonight.
My name is Karen. I came here tonight to hear Ruben from Ruben Digital talk about social media and bridging the gap. So I needed to learn how to promote myself through different venues besides Facebook because I'm not familiar with them. And I was able to take away points about how I can express myself personally and give information about my business and the importance of making sure I have purpose and goals set up in place before I start an action plan to begin marketing myself as a professional.
But the first area we'd like to look at is goals and strategy. This is an area I think is really often overlooked because a lot of people just say, my boss told me I need to be on social media, or I hear social media is the place I need to be. Let me just start posting, or let me hire somebody to do my social media for me. And they don't really think about why they're there and what's the message they're trying to deliver. What we think about is the idea that strategic thinking an individual and company undergoes prior to choosing a platform and carrying out their tactics. This is what strategy is all about. Who are the people I'm trying to sell to, or I'm trying to get to notice what I'm doing, and where are they currently existing? From there, you need to figure out your purpose and goals, and then you create an action plan. Far too often we sit down with people who haven't done that, and we end up walking them through that process. We're more than happy to do that, but before you go out in your life and just start plugging away and tweeting and posting, it's important to know why and who you want to reach.
My name is David Page. I am a musician and an entrepreneur, and coming today I feel really refreshed and I feel excited and I feel like I have some new techniques with a couple of different platforms. Specifically, I hadn't really considered using LinkedIn very much until this presentation, and now I see that there's a ton of ways that I can use it. I just feel really excited about what we're going to do with my business moving forward.
Specifically, how you use social media for your networking activities. Networking, to me, is about creating wins for everybody. If you notice what this event is about, this is about taking some of our trusted clients and vendors and introducing them to other people within our network and getting people all in the same environment. Think about your social media activity in the same way. What are you going to do to create opportunity for the people who've helped you succeed and in part get that cycle going of getting opportunities sent back to you? So what we're looking for here are very easy and passive ways to give. I'm not asking you to start writing your memoirs. I'm not asking you to turn social media into your full-time job. But what are some very low-hanging fruit things you can do to give back? Because that's what this is all about. Give first, give without expectation, and see what comes back. And as you start to identify what's coming back, you'll really establish power partners and people who are going to help propel your business to the next level.
Hi, my name is Dave Losavio, and I showed up to this event about branding based on my desire to learn more about my personal branding and, more importantly, how I'm going to add value to the marketplace doing the right thing just because, and how I'm going to share adding value to more and more people. A few takeaways that I had this evening was looking at the different social media platforms and how we can add value. Something as simple as being at this event, taking a couple pictures that I had taken of me today, and tonight or tomorrow posting them on LinkedIn, Facebook, and sharing what I learned and tagging Ruben Digital Media and some other people that I saw here just to keep the community connected. And I'm looking forward to taking the next step in how I can share my brand and my gifts with more people.
If you haven't gotten anything yet, I want you to take home, you should be giving first. It's been the whole strategy of how I've built my business. It's what Rotary is all about. It's what B&I is about. It's about what most of the organizations I'm in is about. And as a result, I receive so much more than I ever could have just by banging on doors. So now let's get to the good stuff. The stuff that your bosses are probably interested in. Analytics and ROI. Is this going to bring me money? Is this worth paying somebody to do? Is this worth my time? Unequivocally, the answer is yes. But having clear goals is going to help you understand and evaluate the efficacy of your marketing activities. This is like saying, should I spend money on marketing? Well, do you want new business? If the answer is yes, then yes, you should be spending money on marketing. But to understand how well that investment is going to pay off, you need to be strategic about it, and you need to have the analytics systems in place to analyze, does this actually work? Some people will work with you on brand development, so asking some of those questions we raised and creating an identity before you even move forward with your activity. And then we do analytics reporting. So all of these are things we can do for you. Our goal is to be thoughtful about how are we going to approach your marketing challenges and not just sell you something because it's quick and easy, but really to get to know what your business goals are and help you ultimately create a brand and sell your brand. And how you would work with us. So because you gave your time to us tonight, we gave you this feedback form so we could give back. We want to make these kinds of presentations a recurring thing. We want to provide more meaningful content for all of you. And we also want to give you guys some of our expertise directed to your brand. So let's schedule a call, discuss your goals, and identify a need for an audit. And we'll give you a free audit. We'll figure out what's one area that needs auditing, and we'll do that for you. From there, we'll identify areas for improvement, things you can do. If you want to work with us, great. We'll prepare a proposal, and then we'll work together to achieve your goals. And this is something that has worked for us, for our clients, and hopefully for all of you.